Hi everyone, it's Gail, and I am here with fabric journal covers today. I've had several questions in the comments about fabric journal covers, so I have a bunch of examples here today, and we'll work on maybe making some as well. So let's say hi and hugs first to Beverly, Pat, Fairy Tales Fireflies, and Nancy. Thank you so much for watching and for your kind comments. Okay, first things first. This is a little slow stitch journal cover that I have completed. Finally. Takes me forever to do one of these, but this is one I did a while ago. I wanted to show it to you as a cover so you could kind of just see what it looks like. I have different methods of doing the edges. Sometimes I leave them raw. This one I did not leave raw. This one I folded it over. I folded it over. I don't know if you can see that on the edge. Let me try and get it up to you. Folded it over and then tucked it under a piece of fabric wrapped around an envelope. So yeah, that's how I did this one. I kind of go with the creative flow, I guess you could say. So it depends. But I thought maybe we'd try and finish this one off. I found some fabric that I like with it for the inside. So we'll get back to this. I want to kind of talk about each of the styles first. I also made a belly band to go with it. So anyway, we'll get back to that in a second. Okay, so let's start at the beginning and talk about bases. Maybe that's a good spot to start. So I really like using these, let's see, what is it, 9 by 12 manila envelopes as bases. They're flexible and they're strong. I just really like them. And, you know, with this whole thing, to each their own, I'm just going to show you what I do and what I prefer. So I did get some white ones because sometimes on a light fabric, I didn't mind this showing through because it made it look kind of vintage, but sometimes you might just want white, right? So that's sometimes my base, sometimes. And I do these a couple of different ways, which I will show you as we go along, okay? Then I cut up Amazon packaging. It's the kind with the little poofies in there. You've seen me make those. So that's another type. And I just cut them 9 by 12 again. So that works great. And then last but not least, there is the bubble envelope. And that's a great thing to put in a fabric one too, because they're nice and crunchy. So those are the bases that I use the most. I do have a like a cardboard envelope from Amazon that I think I'm going to make into a cover, but I'd probably collage that with paper. I feel like with the fabric covers, I kind of want it to be squishy. With that in mind, one of the things that I will do sometimes is to take, let me grab this out if I can, is to take quilting batting, and I'll put it on the cover side, and then I'll put I won't put it on the inside, just this side, which this could be really nice. Could be really nice with this. I think No, the other one I have doesn't have any padding under it, but that could be nice. So we might get back to that. Okay. So those are the bases and kind of what I use for those. And let's talk about the different kinds of fabric covers. So my current favorite, and I guess this is a good time to say, you know, these things evolve as you try different things, as you might come across a different idea or whatever. These things evolve, and so, you know, give yourself space for that. You know, this didn't used to be my favorite, but I thought of it one day, and I'm like, okay, I really like that. So this one, these we made together. So I don't know. I do have, I should say, a journal cover series that is a playlist, and I will put this video in there with others. I'm sure the making of these is in there, and probably a lot of these others. So what I did with these is I took one envelope, I wrapped it with the outer fabric, right? Wrapped it, set it aside, took another one, wrapped it with the inside, and then I glue them both together. So yesterday my friend was over and we were chatting and crafting, and I did some Christmas ones for last year, and you can see I haven't sewn around them yet. So you can see I wrapped the Santa fabric, then I wrapped the holly fabric, and then I glued them together. Now I will sew around the edge, and most often I sew around the edges, not always. So if you don't have a sewing machine, don't worry about that either. Glue works too. So if I weren't going to sew this, I would glue right up to the edge, right? And then this will be folded and be a journal cover. So I should show you these. So that's the first one. There's the next one. And another Santa. I had two of those cut, and I put that on the inside. It's so fun to match the fabrics, you know, inside and outside. So yeah, those are all ready for me to sew. But that's my recent favorite, with the kind of tailored edges or neat edges, you know, as opposed to the rougher edges. But that sometimes needs to happen too. So let me grab this one. This one I made with rough edges, and you can see it's starting to fray a little bit, but I love that too. It's just a different look, right? Got a couple ruffles in there. So this is some Riley Blake fabric. I love this. So this will be coming up, you know, it's about flower time. Getting there. We got to get through winter. I know. I'm always like one season ahead, aren't I? So anyway, that's kind of the difference. And it just depends on what you're doing and what look you want. Okay. So there's that, the rough edges. This one I wanted to show you because this one I did take. This is one envelope with the batting. So the envelope was down, I put the batting over, then I put this fabric over. Okay. And then I did line the inside too, but then I went back and sewed on the lines to make it look quilted. So just another idea. This too has the rough edges, but there you go. There's that one. Let's see here. Let me get this ruffle in here so I don't get it all bent up. Okay, so that's another idea. Excuse me, I know I'm going to sneeze. I have been having allergies or something, just sneezing up a storm. So let's talk about then kind of different kinds of fabric too. So this one is what do you call it? Upholstery fabric. So it's really, thick. And so it's just cover fabric, manila envelope, and inside fabric, and then sewn around. And that's probably the easiest fabric journal to make, is cut it, a little bit bigger than your envelope and layer the three, the cover, the envelope, the inside, and sew around it. Boom. You got a cover. And then this one is an old quilt that, so this one, what I did is I covered a manila envelope with the inside fabric, and then I put the quilt on there, and then on this side I sewed around it. And that's what we ended up with. And I love that. I'm getting ready, I have to tell you, part of my obsession with covers, I'm getting ready to kind of line up some projects for once I get my December daily done. So yeah. This one is kind of more or less quilted, I guess, kind of like that other one. This was a piece of fabric here, this gray, turquoise, and pink. And then this was like a scrap. And so I just sewed that on before assembling the cover. I just sewed that on, and then I put, again, this. Then I put the quilter batting underneath that, and then the envelope, and then I had this fabric on the inside. So there was that one. And then this, you've seen me, if you search Gail Augustinelli Raggedy journal cover, the videos for these will come up. But it's just taking scraps, and here's the inside. So I put the inside down, then I put all these scraps on, and then I use, let me show you. I use this is embroidery stabilizer, and it's water soluble. So I put that over the top of all those little scraps of paper, sew all crazy around it, get those all put on. Then I soak it in water, and this dissolves. And this is the cover that you end up with. So just another way to use fabric in your journal covers. Okay, so let's kind of work on assembling this. Let's work on that, and then we'll do some others too. Okay, I probably won't do a lot of sewing on this. Maybe I'll sew one of those Christmas ones just to show you. But my plan is just to get some bases done, and then I can sew off camera, okay? So this is, I cut this a bit bigger. I think I meant for this to have a raggedy edge. That's what I'm thinking. So, I think what I'm going to do with this one is I think I want to cut some batting, and then I think what I want to do is wrap the envelope in the backing and glue this. I think it will help glue the stitching and everything. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get going here. Okay, get the sewing scissors out. And I'm going to kind of pop this in a bit. Try to cut it a little smaller than the, I'm going to cut it a little smaller than the envelope. And I keep all these pieces of of batting, because you can, you can piecemeal them, put pieces on here, and that works too, so not to waste any. Okay, and then we'll kind of go in from that edge a bit and maybe start right about here. Okay. And Fabri-Tac is like an essential for this, I think. And part of the reason I decided to do this video today is I need to redo my fingernails. So if I mess them up because I messed them up quite a bit yesterday already. Okay, so our envelope. First thing is to take off this little strip and close your envelope. Now, I have heard of people stuffing the envelope with several layers of like sewing pattern paper to make it crunchy. It's another idea. I mean, the ideas, honestly, it's just, they're endless. Okay, this is not quite straight, of course. So let's straighten her up a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, I love that. I will throw away. Although you could actually keep it, where to go, right here. You could actually keep it and like pull it and stuff and use it for like layering, that sort of thing. Yeah, there's lots of stuff you can do with quilt batting. Okay, I feel like I'm just blah, 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 blah. Okay, now wait a second. We want to cover this envelope first. So I am going to cut this, and for the 9x12 envelopes and like those Christmas ones I made, I cut my fabric 14x11, and that works great for wrapping it around. So let's see, I always kind of check, like if I had 22 inches this way, I could get 2 out of it. Well, I don't. I only have 21. So I'm going to do it 11 inches this way. And what I do, it's a little tricky because I have my shelves right up there, but I try to, and it doesn't have to be super straight, but I try to get it somewhat straight. So I am going to, you could double up the fabric, I guess, to do this, but I am going to just kind of eyeball it being straight and go for it. And then because of my shelves, I have to pull it down, and it pulls my stuff out of my trinket bowls. Better to have a big old table to do this, but since I don't, we'll make do here where I'm filming. Okay. So there is that. And this way I'm going to go 14. Much easier once it's cut down, Let's see. Sometimes my eyeballs can't tell if I'm straight on the line on the mat or not. And then this can be kept for like a fabric flip or something. So I'll probably keep that with the cover. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to just cover this envelope. And I'm going to go this way, so this is smooth, and then this will be covered up with the batting, right? So what I normally do is just put a little Fabri-Tac in the middle of the envelope. Like that. And pop it down. And no worries about the whether it's straight with the fabric, unless you've got a pattern. Then I go straight with the pattern, not straight with the edges, if that makes sense, because I know I probably haven't quite done them correctly. Now I'm going to cut the corners, and I always keep these little pieces. They're good for clusters. Little fabric clusters. So I feel like I'm trying to cram a lot into this video, but like I say, I've had lots of questions, and so I wanted to do as, shall we say, comprehensive of a video on fabric covers, because there are different kinds, you know. Okay, so then it's a matter of just getting our edges down. This is the part that I always get myself all gluey on, but you know, no pain, no gain, you know. So I'm going to be excited to have this done. I have no idea what journal I'm going to, you know, like what digital I'm going to use or anything for this yet, but one will come to me. Yeah, so there'll be some videos coming up of putting together journal kits like I do, you know. I was thinking for my friend Diane's retreat of just working on ephemera, but I think I'm going to want to do a journal, and I'll work on ephemera in between. So don't have to worry too much about being clear to the end, because what's important is the edge. Well, my very last ordered Christmas present came in the mail last night. Was late. I feel so sorry for the UPS guys this time of year. It's like, oh, they probably don't love Christmas. Oh, because it was, I don't know, it's probably 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Okay, so there's the inside. Now, normally I would put on the batting on the other side, and we'd get the other glued down, but I want a pocket in here. So oh gosh, sorry guys, I had to pull that out. I have this wider lace in this bucket. So I was thinking, ooh, here it is. Let's use this old antique lace for a pocket, shall we? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. I'm thinking, do I want to, I think I might want to sew that on. So I'm not going to glue on the top yet, but I will talk you through every step but the sewing. So I'm going to want to sew that down, right? And so, and I have black thread in right now, which I don't want. So I'll sew around this. Then I'm going to glue this in place. Then I'm going to glue this in place, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. And it will be done. And then see the edges of the slow stitch piece will be out there and raggedy, but the inside will be nice and, you know, nice and neat. So that's going to be that one. I'm going to set that aside to work on. What did I do with better put the belly band aside too. Cool. Okay. So there's that. Now, I have my Kathy Holden fabric. This is the Vintage Soul collection. And I'm dying to make journal covers out of this. I really am. You know, I'm a huge Kathy Holden fan. Everything she does, fabric, paper, everything. And so, yeah, I wanna make some journal covers out of this. Oh, I just got some new sheets and they remind me of this. Because they're kind of hippie sheets. I said to Mike, this is gonna be our hippie sheets. Oh my goodness. They're just, it's just, I can't even decide. So I'm gonna pull the pinks. Look at this. How cute is that? Okay, that needs to be on the outside of something. And what else? Oh my gosh. This would be cute on the inside, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we have a starting place. I want to do them all, which I probably will. But, okay, so we're going to do these are fat quarters, I think. Is that what these are? No, these might be half yards things. Does it say? 18 by 22. 22. So, possibly, yes, this is 22. So, I can get at least 2 journal covers out of this, which is awesome, right? Okay. I'm not worried about the salvage because that's going to fold over anyways, right? Okay, so I have something I want to try on this that's a little different than the ones I showed you. But we have to do 11. That's what we have to do. So grab my little board and let me shove that back. I might be able to see the lines a little better. Yes. Okay. Okay, right about there. Okay. I should mention too that my friend Diane that has Under the Big Sky Designs Etsy, she has got Kathy Holden in there. She's got a lot of different kits, journal making kits, so you might want to check those out. That's going to be sideways. Gail, you're such an idiot. Oh my gosh. Oh well. So I screwed that up already. This way needs to be 14. I sure did. Well, starting over. Okay. Well, that one's going to be something else. That was not meant to be, apparently. Okay. Starting over. These can go any which way. So this one will work. But what are we going to put on the inside of this one? How about this on the inside? Ooh, that'd be fun. Okay, starting over. Sorry, guys. I should quit talking, and don't worry, though, that fabric will be used. There's no way I could not use it, but just not for a cover right now. All right. Could do a smaller cover with it, yeah, or something. Okay. So, 11. Good. Now we're going to switch it around. I'm going to go ahead and use the edge. We're going to switch it around and go 14. So 11 by 14 is what you want your pieces to be to make the cover. So these ones that will go both ways, you know, there's not a right side up or whatever. You'll get 2 journal covers out of each thing, and look at that. This is perfect for a fabric flip. Well, heaven's sakes, Gail, you have no oomph in your cutting right now. I didn't say it was without frustration at times. Okay, so there's our one. Now let's do this. Again, it can go either way, so that's happy. Okay, so this goes this away. I get a lot of my Kathy Holden I get at the Modern Quilter on Etsy. So just in case you needed to know that. Might help if I put that the right way. Okay, I promise we're going to get to putting this together here in just a second. Let's get her lined up. Okay. I gave that some energy, so I think I got that one first time. Oh my gosh, isn't this so fun? Yeah, I actually have on my list, so we're going 14 here. On my list to do, I keep flipping it the wrong way. 60s journal. So, but I have a book cover for it, but I was just thinking that piece that I messed up could go in there. Really. Oh my gosh. Okay, got it. But look at those pieces for fabric flips. Ooh, 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 ooh. So much fun. Oh, Kathy, thank you. I love, love, love everything you do. You know, being a fan of vintage and all. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. Haha, get it? With the 60s and all. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take off our little strips there. So yesterday when visiting with my friend, I just sat there and glued the Christmas fabric onto the envelopes, and then, you know, so I'm going to move that up a little so that white doesn't matter. It's going to be folded up, right? Yep. So I am going to put the smooth side of the envelope toward the fabric, and then when the two are put together, the flappies and everything will be on, you know, on the inside. So put that right about there. Just want to make sure that the edge is covered with fabric and smooth it out. Oh my gosh, I love that. And then the other one. They're decently quick to put together too. I mean, yesterday we were so busy talking that I really didn't concentrate much on what I was doing, so I only got 4 done, but you know. Let's talk about the envelopes. I get the envelopes. These I got at Staples. The white ones I ordered from Amazon. So, you know, whatever. But just your basic office stuff. It's kind of funny for me, I mean, because I worked in offices my whole career. And it's just funny between these and file folders and ledger sheets and stuff. It's just kind of funny. It's like, yep, I'm still working with the same stuff, just in a different way. That's all. Yeah. Okay. All right, there's that one. I'm going to cut the other one and then I'll glue them both. I've got little pieces of glue hanging off my fingers here. And of course, you get your fingers all gluey, and then all the strings from the fabric stick to you. That's how it works. Now, on these that we're making right now, like this, I will put the Tim Holtz book corners on these. For the most part, I like to, because otherwise your corner's going to fray a little bit. So I do use the Tim Holtz corners too. I love them. They're like, I think they're my most used Tim Holtz thing, actually, other than maybe my cutter and my scissors. Okay, so let's get this down. I might have gone too high on that, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna glue them together anyways. Yep, I sure did. That's okay. And I just pull the edge and make sure it's good and snug up against the envelope. So we'll do this, then maybe we'll do one the frayed way too, huh? I think we'll have time. Yep. Just to show you that way too. It's, you know, in some ways it's even easier because you're not doing this wrapping part. Gosh, this fabric, it just makes me happy to look at it. Okay. Okay. All right, so let that dry over here for a second and we'll do this one. We watched a weird movie last night, you guys. I liked it though. It was really different. I love Morgan Freeman and he was in it, but it was on Netflix. It's called Lucy. It has Scarlett Johansson in it, and yeah, it was different. I think they might call the genre maybe dystopia or something. I don't know, but anyway, it was good. I mean, both Mike and I liked it. It was a kind of a weird concept to think about. But yeah, so, and of course we're still on our suits. We're on season 4 of 8. Jeez. Mike's like, maybe we need to take a break. I said, I can't. I need to know what happens. So, okay. So there we have our inside, right? Here we have our outside. So what we're going to do is just going to glue what's showing there. And we're just going to plop them together. And I just kind of stack them like that to make sure that they're even. And there we go. Oh, that makes me so happy. Isn't that so fun? So, yeah. So actually, before I sew this, if I wanted to, I could put something along there. I've got... What do I have? was just looking at my laces, seeing what I have. This is, for the most part, like, you know, thicker ones that could be a pocket. Boy, that's about the right size, isn't it? That could be kind of cool on there, huh? So I think I do want that on there. So I am going to just straighten up the edge here. Like so. And cut this edge. I want it just inside there, I think. Makes a fun little piece for layering, doesn't it? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, got a string that's driving me crazy, sorry. I'm just, seriously, won't let me be. I think I'm going to put that on there. No, I'm hesitating. This could be for another one. This reminds me more of the 60s, so I think I'm going to go with this instead. And I'm just going to tack it down with some glue in just a couple places. I'll let it dry really well before I do any sewing. There we go. Okay, let's just give it a few dots of glue here and there. I just thought, I hope I have the right side, which I do, thankfully. Just a couple of dots of glue there. Okay. Okay, so I'll set this one aside to dry and then get it sewn up. Okay, that was fun. Oh, I was going to do one that was not even on the, on the edges. I wonder. Let's do this. There's more than one way to do things, for sure. Now, I messed this up a bit, but I'm thinking I could cut this down. Oh, not this one, the other one that doesn't have the white. The white's going to be a bit of an issue there. Okay. So this will just be a bit of a smaller, just a little bit smaller, an inch or so cover. And then I can still use it, right? Yeah. Okay, so these scissors. Actually, I'm going to take an inch off because it's 11, right? And this would have been 12. So I'm just going to take an inch off of here. Okay. Just going to adapt because I really want to use this. Okay, so that's good there. And this one I'm not going to put quilting on because I want that. I want that noise. But we're going to cut this a little bit, maybe a little bit bigger than 9. About 9.5 is what I'm going to go here. Let's pull this so I can see what I'm doing here. Like right there. Okay. And I should say too, if you want to iron your fabric first, knock yourself out. I just don't. I spent way too many years ironing my shirts and ironing everything of mine for work, and I just am kind of like, no thank you anymore. Okay, so this, I need to have it be the same size, and I'll still be able to get another journal and stuff out of this. Okay, so the 9, I'm going to go ahead and do 9 inches this way if I can. It's going to be a little tricky because I'm going the long way here. Okay. Nope, I want it 9.5 so it goes over the edge a little bit. Let's just work on this end. Okay, so we're going to go, I'm going to go 11 this way. Because then we've got, yeah, then I can use this on the inside of one that, I can use it on the inside of one that is wrapped. Okay. Like about there, I think. Okay, so that one can be for a wrapped one. We might grab something to go with that here. And then this, I want the same size as this. So what we're going to do, it's got, this could use to be ironed, I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to work with it anyways. Okay, about right here. Doesn't have to be perfect either, you know. Nothing I do is perfect. Far from it. Far from it. Okay, now we gotta... And the only reason we have so much trimming on this one is because it's a different size than I usually do. So, but sometimes I have a few digitals that are, you know, smaller. They have more white space on the edge, so they would be good for this. Goodness, scale. Okay, I'm at a bad angle sitting here at my desk to do the cutting. I normally do that standing up. Okay, and here's our little thing. So we're just going to glue this on is basically all we're going to do. So, and just in the middle, because again, I'll sew around the edges. And on these kind, I really like a zigzag stitch. It's just what I prefer. So I'm going to kind of split the difference and have about the same around all the edges. Okay, and then this one, and it's as easy as that, and then sew around the edge. lining it up as much as I can here with the edges. Okay, so there's that, and then we'll just zigzag around the edges of this one. Sometimes if the envelope is showing, I will go around the edge of the fabric with either some fray check or the Fabri-Tac, one or the other. So, but I think that's going to be fine. I told you we would do a little bit of sewing, so I think I'm going to just do that now. All right. Let me just, because this could have black and that would be fine, I think. Okay. Just got to move a few things here. Okay. So this one we're going to do zigzag. Okay. And I always start in the back bottom corner. I don't know why. I just figure if anything is goobered up, I want it to be on the back corner. So I'm going to feel where the edge of the envelope is, kind of, and that's going to be my guide of where I want to stitch. Got to get my foot feed here. Let's go here. Okay. Now, with any luck, we won't run out of bobbin or anything. I didn't even look to see how much was in there. Okay. And I'm just, honestly, I'm doing it by feel. And there's the end. Okay, and then you can cut off any excess if you want to, or not, you know, leave it there to do its thing. The other thing I wanted to try, and I forgot about it until just now, but let's talk about it because I just kind of want to cover everything I can. So there is that one. We're just gonna fold it in half like so, and there you go. And then this can fray and do whatever it wants. But I was thinking about the edges, and I remembered something that I wanted to try. So I don't know that we have time, but on this technique with covering each of the two, I was thinking about putting some lace in between. So let's do that on this one since it's already all done. Let's see here. just see what we have in the lace department. I was just thinking that could be kind of cool. No, that one's got two nice edges. Let's see. Don't have enough of that. How about this? This could be nice. Yeah, before I sew it, what if I just put a little lace in between there? Right? Yeah, I think that'd be cute. Let's do that. Oh, I hope I have enough. It's gonna be close. Just throwing my scissors on the floor, don't mind me. Okay. Gonna have to be careful how I cut. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay, so what I think I'll do is put a bit of glue along here just in spots. Actually, I'll push it back a little bit. That's not where I'll sew, so okay, this is the correct side. And I just kind of want the flower to be peeking out like that. Like that. Yeah? So that's sandwiched in between, and then when I sew, I'll catch all three things. Yes, I'm happy about that. I thought of that last night, and I was like, I think that'd be cute to have some lace sticking out. So, another little, you know, there's just, like I said, the possibilities are kind of endless with this stuff. Just kind of do whatever you want. Okay. Oops. This one doesn't have quite as much wiggle room, but I'm gonna get it. Yeah. Just kind of like that. And that will be stuck to the glue, and then we'll glue around it, and then we'll have lace on the edges. So I think that's about all I wanted to tell you about. And if I can, I'll see if I can get everything sewn before the next video. If I can, I'll show them to you after they're stitched up, okay? So I hope that was helpful. I'm really excited about these. I'm really super excited about this one too. I'm gonna have to change thread for this one. So yeah, so anyway, that's the scoop, guys. That is just about everything I know about covers. So I hope it was helpful for you, and I hope you have a grateful day. Be kind always, and we'll just see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.